today a little bit about language, and more specifically, the benefits of eliminating the garbage that spews from our mouth in the form of meaningless words. And I don't mean words that don't have definitions. I mean words that, when used out of context so often, just seem to lose their meaning. I think most of us are familiar with one of the most common, the word interesting. It's like, hey, didn't you read that book the other day by Paulo Coelho? How was it? Isn't it interesting? You see that documentary? The fat, sick, and dying? Oh, yeah, it was really interesting. I just shaved my head for the first time. What do you guys think?
Interesting.
It's interesting. I've gotten that a couple times. But I'll take that one, because if you guys saw the back of my head, some of you guys might have already, there's more cuts back here than an Arnold Schwarzenegger romance film. Oh, I love me! I love you! God! I love you! But interesting is like a brainless fart of a word, and I think it's pretty harmless for the most part. I don't have too much of a problem with it. There's 5 words that I do have a problem with, though. And the issue is because when these words are used recklessly, which they often are, they can cause harm. These 5 words are right and wrong, good and bad, and the SH word. And it's not the SH word that most of you guys are thinking about, the garbage that spews from our other end, because that word actually I kind of like. But the SH word, that's the silent ninja. That's right. Just shoot him in the face. A lot of you guys are laughing, but you guys have shot me in the face more often than not. I got shit on the way over here from the library. I should be over there already. Now I'm going to group these together, right, wrong, good, bad. I'm going to leave should separate, but I'm going to do 3 things. I'm going to talk about the implications of using these words. I'm going to talk about the benefits of eliminating them, and then I'm going to give you a few strategies on how to eliminate them and replace them with words of clarity. So good, bad, right, wrong. There's 3 things that I don't like about that. It creates labels. Labels have stories attached to them, and it robs someone the ability to empathize. Empathy to me is the most important piece of connecting with a human being. So when you have good and bad, right and wrong, these are some of the first words we learn in the English language. Johnny is a good boy. Oh, you're going the wrong way. That's the right way. It takes the choice out of the matter. And when someone makes a decision that another person deems as wrong or bad, they can label that person as bad. And now, with that label, is attached a story. So now, although that person made one decision that was valued by one person as bad, now all the decisions that person makes have that story attached to it. So now you've boxed this person in. See that homeless guy? Man, I saw him. He went into the garbage and grabbed garbage out and just started munching it. It's like, unbelievable. He's such a lazy dude. Why doesn't he go get a job? That lazy person. You have no idea what the history is. You don't know the story. Bad, lazy, that doesn't tell a story. That assumes a story, that you know everything about this person. And now that person's robbed of the ability to connect with individuals with what's alive in them, what they're actually feeling. So when you have the story and you have the label, it's very difficult to get past those things to connect with the person, with what's this guy dealing with? Is he scared? Did he lose family members and jobs and feeling hopeless? This is what's alive, and that cannot be told in a label. Next, I'll move on to should. And, it's easy to joke around about it, like, oh, I shoot you in the face, and oh, you shoot on me, oh man. We toss that crap around so much. And the problem with that is that when you are giving a should to somebody, you're usually trying to give an innocent suggestion from what I've found. Most people are just saying, oh, you have low back pain? Oh, you should try chiropractic. Again, you're not empathizing. You're not connecting with the person. oh, you have low back pain? How are you feeling about that? Are you scared that you might need surgery? Are you scared that you might not be able to afford that? Are you scared there's no other options? Are you fearful? Are you not having that bad of a day and it's all good? You know? And even there, I use bad. You know, it's in my language just like everybody else. And by removing these words, we're getting back to what's real. I did in my 10th week of an elimination diet, and this is what has brought me to the concept of eliminating words. I took out everything you could think of in an anti-inflammatory diet: gluten and soy and corn and flour and sugar and everything that tastes good and looks good and is delicious and makes you salivate. And it was out for 8 weeks. The reason I started this was because I had eczema, cracking, bleeding knuckles, nasty stuff for 4 years. I went to medical doctors, had prescriptions, had everything you could think of, hydrocortisone cream, and it was starting to affect my life. I was starting to become very self-conscious of it. And there was even moments where I would talk to people who I had no idea knew about it, and then they would mention it like, oh yeah, I know you have eczema, I've seen it, it doesn't look that bad right now. It's like, oh, I didn't even know you knew I had it. So now I'm getting more self-conscious about it. But the point is, I started this elimination diet. 6 weeks into it, my eczema was completely gone. And that was after trying everything that I thought was possible. So now I've connected back to what I know I have control over, which is my health, my ability to influence, my choices, my autonomy. So now I look into the other aspects of my life. And I start looking into my relationships with the help of nonviolent communication, Dan and Justin and Lamson, having conversations where we're starting to look into language and realizing that garbage in, garbage out. If I'm accepting a lot of things like good, bad, and should, a lot of the things that are going to be coming out are going to be in defense to those judgments. So I've been able to, with their help, really look into myself, start looking at what could possibly be causing some of the rifts that I have in my relationships. Some of the things that could potentially be separating me from my patients, my friends, my loved ones, people that I don't even know but just have an opinion about me. How can I connect with them? And the way by doing that is by eliminating the things that separate me from them. And from what I've found, it's to be the words of judgment. I'm not saying that judgment is not beneficial, but judgment that is beneficial is judgment that serves someone's feelings and needs. For instance, if I'm not going to eat this mushroom because I've judged it as poisonous, that's something that serves my safety. But words of moral judgment, good and bad, do not serve my needs. So I charge you guys by just trying to eliminate one of these words. Choose one, the one you think you use the least, but really challenge yourself to not use it and see if you notice a difference. You'll immediately start to pick up on when other people are using it, and then start to feel what you feel when others use it toward you. That's the first step. There's a quote by probably the hardest guy in the world to quote, because his name is French, and it's Antoine de Saint-Exupéry or something like that. But it's perfection is not attained when there is not much more to add. It is attained when there is nothing left to take away. Thank you very much.